What's up out there? This is Apocalypse. This is my show. It's called My Mother's Basement #1. I think this is going to be a long line of successful shows that I think everybody can enjoy. If you do not enjoy my show, I want you to get the fuck out because obviously you're not welcome at my show. Tonight's going to be a big show. I put a lot of effort into this show. It's going to be just huge. Okay, let me just tell you. Alright, so for our first segment here, we're going to talk about what happened last night. Alan Wayne basically called Debbie's show last night, and a lot of people kind of chimped at him, said that he was going back through the revolving door. I think his intentions were to kind of, see what she was going to say and maybe get some sound bites. So I think everyone should be a little bit easier on him. I could be wrong. He might be going back. I don't know. I just assume not. So, anyways, after that, Goofy Bone decided to do a show on Alan's behavior, and a lot of people were chimping out in Alan's chat, and then they came over to Goofy Bone, and Goofy Bone was playing some old clips, just basically doing his thing. So, also, when Goofy Bone was doing his show, there's some little weirdo in the chat. He kept calling Goofy Bone Mikey. And I just keep thinking, who the fuck is Mikey? And this Mikey guy supposedly lives in Sunnyvale, California. I'm not too familiar with California because I live in Arizona, a much more superior state. And so I guess Sunnyvale is some sort of shitty there. And it's already been determined previously that Goofy Bone is a Hawaiian. And so, he's already been busted. That one name that he would portray. No. He is a Hawaiian. Look at Goofy Bone. He is Hawaiian. So you can't really make fun of Goofy Bone's weight. It's a genetic thing. If you do decide to make fun of his weight, then you're just being a racist. And there's absolutely no racism on Spreaker. And I will not stand for any of it whatsoever. So, last night also, Puffy called in the News Guys show, and you guys probably don't know who Puffy is. Puffy is a nimbuster. He is a serial prank caller. He is pretty funny. He basically just calls into all these different shows and lies a lot. Like, he'll call into Nazi shows and pretend to be like a gay guy or, a Jew, or vice versa. He'll just get a rise out of people. He's pretty funny, and I hope he does come to Spreaker. You guys will just enjoy this guy. I mean, we don't have too many prank callers here, and another one is always good for the gander, as they say. Also, if you'll notice, where the fuck is Paul Dembski? I haven't seen that bastard in a while, that Jew boy. We are missing a Jew, so unfortunately, the only Jew that I do see is News Guy, and it's still up in the air whether he's a Jew or not. He hasn't denied it, but he hasn't confirmed it, so by deductive reasoning, he's from New York, and there's 3 types of people in New York. Guidos, Mix, and Jews. There's no one else there. Those are the 3 people. And I don't think he's a Mick, and he definitely is not a Guido, so he's a Jew. So that's why sometimes you'll see me call him Jews Guy. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a Christ-killing Jew. I mean, there are people just like you or me. And anyways, Mr. Paul Dembski, he decides, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to do a show. This fuckhead, he does a show, what, once a week? It's not hard. Get on, asshole. I know, you're in Vermont and it's nice weather. And it's the exact opposite here, where I cry. I can't even go outside without getting skin cancer. And if I don't wear sunglasses, I could get optic eye cancer, and I don't want the cancers, so I hide inside and I turn into Dracula. But Paul Dembski, you've been missed. Even I think intern was even chimping that you've been gone, and he was chimping about some of the drama, but it is what it is. So I made some poetry for some of you people, for Moxie and Heather. I wrote some poems. As you guys know, I am a well-versed poet. I went to ASU for literature and English, and thus I am a poem master. Anyways, let's get started with the poem that I wrote to Moxie, who is a very, very pretty woman, and sometimes you'll see her in chats on Spreaker and elsewhere. Okay, here it goes. Dear Moxie, I like your facial structure even though you are 42 years old. Although I'm only 29 years old, I would still hit that, truth be told. I keep crying daily because you don't do any radio shows anymore. Now all these sad fuckers are stuck here in my cesspool, all bored. I know you do big things and conquer a lot of internet nations. Group hugs, power bars, and it's time for a big celebration. Here's to me, here's to you, and a slap to those who stand in your path. I can't wait till the next big time you drink goat's blood and make me laugh. So I hope Moxie, I guess Goofy Bone likes to call her Moxie Moxington, I hope she does listen to this episode, because I did put a lot of effort into that poem. I'm not going to even charge her any money for my efforts. I just figured this is a goodwill sort of thing. And recently, I talked to the Debbie on the Skype, and I was informed that it is okay to be her Heather's internet husband. So I decided, I haven't given her any money. I haven't given her a ring. So I think the first step is going to be a poem from my heart to hers. Heather, I rate you a 9 out of 10. The only thing you are missing is big cans. The way you went on your mother's show, I gave you a big hand. Some of the drama is funny, some of it hurts my feelings. But in the end, I look into your eyes, and I find you very appealing. I know you think I'm some sort of internet creepy ass. You keep doing your thing, and I find you have a lot of class. So, as you can tell, these are great poems. I went to great length, and I hope people appreciate it. Maybe my next show I'll write some more. Maybe I'll write one for Mekazawa. He's the bastard who insults me on Twitter, and I can't stand his shit. And then there's Pimp Joel P. He's basically Goofy Bone's right-hand man, but sometimes he doesn't, he doesn't really fit sometimes because he's more of a rocker, and Goofy Bone is more of a rapper. And so I offered Pimp Daddy Joel P some payroll to do me some favors to sabotage Goofy Bone, because now that I'm getting big into this radio stuff, I'm going to have to knock him off air by any means possible. I mean, this is war. This is a free-for-all. We all have to fight for the same time slots, and there's only so many of us that keeps it going. I mean, if you look on Spreaker, it's all music, man. Us talk show people, I'm back, I'm number one now, and I can't have any number twos even close to me. That's just the way it's going to be. So, with that in mind, we're going to talk about very important things right now. We're going to talk about facts, and these facts will help you in your life. So let's see here. Let's start from the top here. Sometimes those who don't socialize much aren't actually antisocial. They just have no tolerance for drama and fake people. That really means nothing. Sorry for that bad fact. That was just sort of a brain fart, I should say. 90% of people will fake laugh when they don't understand what someone said to them. I must say I do that a lot, but it's mostly at work. My boss is a Hispanic, and many times as a beaner, he does not speak English. He likes to speak his little Mexican, and I told him, even though I'm on make and I'm not allowed on register, it is important that you do speak proper English to me. And that's fine, whatever. Don't use a song you like as an alarm to wake up. You'll end up hating it. That's true. I recommend like mariachi music if you're going to do a wake-up song. And for me, I'm a terrible waker-upper. And what I do is, initially, I put an alarm on my TV. That way, I would wake up, have to run across the room, or not my room, the basement, and it was a nice little jog, wakes you up. You know, if you get off the bed and you start running, if you start running like that, you'll get there, and there's no time for any sleep buttons because you're up. I mean, yeah, you'll have a little bit of fatigue, but you'll get over it. Now I just use a regular alarm clock because my mother, she grounded me from the TV, and so I'm just stuck on the internet with my computer, and that bitch doesn't realize that, bitch, I got Netflix on here, and I got Pirate Bay, so, and my computer screen's 23 inches of pure hate, and so I don't need her fucking TV, and I don't need that damn, we have CenturyLink. Yeah, so she can go fuck herself. I don't want to watch that stupid TV. There's like 600 channels on there. Yeah, and a lot of them are Mexican channels, foreign language channels, music channels, sports channels, and I'm not a big sports guy. So, what I like to listen to or watch, all my shows are gone. They took away Breaking Bad, and that's a good thing because you can't go into a show too long. Walking Dead still on hiatus, and I'm told to watch Mad Men. I guess that's a stuff white people like kind of show. I guess since I'm white, I automatically like that show, so I'm gonna have to download it and give it a whirl. So another thing we have here is you burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. That's true. Oftentimes I play with myself a bit. Don't mean to. It's a good way to fall asleep. You just make sure you have like a shirt or a towel by your bed, and make sure no family members get near it. They might smell it and they might yell at you, and everyone gets disgusted. And I would have said don't let a significant other near it, but as we all know, I'm an eternal bachelor. And today I was on Plenty of Fish, because that's where all the cows are that I like to date, and it struck me weird because a really, really attractive person was talking to me, and I'm like, I'm a bigger guy. I wear triple XL shirts, and so you're kind of like an 8 or 9. What are you doing talking to a 2 or 3 like myself? And I know you ain't sapaniosexual, though women are attracted to intelligence, so, and, it was weird because she kept asking me all these questions, like, how tall are you, and all this, all that, and then she finally asked the question of, what do you do for a living, and I said, I work in the fast food industry, and then, she's like, okay, cool, and hey, that's not a lie, that's completely honest, it is, what it is, and, like, she started asking me about strip clubs. I'm like, yeah, I'll go if someone else pays because I cannot afford it, and if my mother gives me written permission because she thinks it rots my brain. But she kept asking me, why do you like strip clubs? And I just tell her, if I can sneak off with my friends and they pay for me, I like to hang out there. I like to drink $10 beers, and I like to stare at titties while doing so. It's a very appropriate thing for someone in my age group. And as a heterosexual man, it's just very pleasing in general. So, it was the weirdest thing. And then you know what this bitch did? It's a prostitute. Because she started talking in, like, weird terms. And I was like, oh, so all the Craigslist and backdoor hookers, they went on to Plenty of Fish. And I might take her up on the offer. I might do a fundraiser here on Spreaker to, I want you guys to pay for my sexual activities. I think it's been a while. By a while, I mean, it'll be my first time. I'm actually a virgin, a 29-year-old virgin. And so if you guys want to help me lose my virginity, it'd be greatly appreciated. So, and man, I just thought for once a girl like me that, appreciated a fat man, a fat fuck like myself. And, it's just too good to be true. So, Another fact is music helps to reduce anxiety, and it also helps the human mind and body get through stressful times. Depends what you're listening to. If you're going to listen to Slayer, you should get your ass in a gym and start working out and start using racial slurs, because that's what that music is built for. It's built to fuck you up. It's so you can later fuck other people up. And then during sex, women are more likely to orgasm if they're wearing socks. What? Who cares about women's orgasms? I mean, what the fuck? Oh, I hear they're myth anyways. I mean, who cares? It's all about, the guy, one. So, if you think somebody is giving you a fake number, read it back to them incorrectly. See if they correct you. I wouldn't go that far. If you start doing that, that makes you look creepy, because then it looks like you're second guessing it. And you know what? If they're giving you the wrong number, it's for a reason. So let it go. If you think hardest decision to make, when to stay and try harder, or when just to take your memories and walk away. Sure. What the fuck does that even mean, man? Don't ruin today by worrying about yesterday's problem. Yesterday's problems could be your problems today, like debt, transportation issues. Maybe you got shot. Maybe, there's threats around, the threats of anal rape. That sometimes occurs, so that doesn't make any sense. It should be learn from yesterday's mistakes and push forward. See, if someone wants to quote me on that on Twitter, I'd appreciate it. And then let's see here. We're going to talk about the faster your walking speed, the longer you're likely to live. I don't know if that's true, because I see some really healthy people walk really, 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 really fast, but then at the same time I see some really healthy people walk really slow. So, also, if Germany wins the World Cup today, which it did, this is a few hours old, it would be the first time as a united country. The 1954, 1974, and 1990 World Cup was won by West Germany. You see, a lot of the Nazis fled to Argentina, and a few Nazis stayed in Germany and just, tried to fit in. And so it was a Nazi reunion game today, and I hope everyone had a big blast. It looks like Hasselhoff made his appearance on the internet, sporting Germany, and that's great. It's the one thing I heard was, I didn't watch it because I have better things to do. I'm playing this game called Dino Hunter on my iPhone, and I had to play that instead. And I also play let's see here, Clash of Clans, a very, very good game. I usually put half of my paycheck into it to buy all the gems and conquer all the people around me. But I've been getting kicked out of my guild a lot, and so I don't know. Hopefully I'll find like a Korean guild or something, and they won't kick me out. So basically, if soccer was actually fun to watch, and I heard 2 hours no scoring. I mean, we're talking about something that's worse than baseball. And only baseball can be sort of fun. I mean, you catch all these people falling asleep in the stands. Now, when it comes to soccer, to me, the best part would probably be being like a hooligan in England and starting a riot. That sounds like it'd be fun. Just beating the shit out of someone over some stupid-ass sport. I mean, fuck yeah, man. So, I'm glad this soccer shit's over. It fucking sucks ass. And also, unfortunately, Mr. Barco suggested a site yesterday. It's called Barado. Something Barado. Bavado. I don't know. It's a site in Latvia. It's a betting site. And I did put $100 on it. And, because I've been told by Mech the Great, the robot, whatever Goofy Bone goes for, go for the opposite 8 out of 10 times. Those are good odds. I like those odds. The 80% odds, that's a B level bet. And, it makes you wonder, with Goofy Bone's poor choice in teams, how is he going to get the stocks right, you got to wonder that deep in the back of your head, don't you? So let's see here. Okay, let's go to the next fact. Oh, yeah, and don't tell Goofy Bone I said that. I don't want him to be mad at me because lately we've been pretty good friends, and I think he might stop by Phoenix. I might have to pick him up at the airport, but I have to okay it with my mother. And maybe he can bring Pimp Daddy with him because Pimp Daddy's actually cooler than Goofy. Okay, so religious sites are more likely to harm your computer with viruses than porn sites. I think that's bullshit. Obviously, I'm a man deep involved with porn because of my singlehoodness and my virginity. So when I hear that stat, I think of bullshit because most of the religious sites, kind of half-assed. There's really nothing to them. Maybe a shitty forum here and there. So that's obviously a lie. The reason why there's such thing as free porn is because those sites are chock full of viruses, keyloggers, and all that. Because there's no such thing as free. Never regret anything because at one time it was exactly what you wanted. No. There's plenty of regrets. I think the big thing is not to apologize for them unless you actually mean it. Like all these celebrities, they get busted for some of them. So no, you're not. You're just sorry you got caught, you little faggot. Worldwide, 3 children will die of hunger before you finish reading this tweet. Okay. We need to stop sending aid to African nations and other impoverished areas because by sending them money and all this, they keep having more and more kids. And so basically it's like a paper population. I think these people in Africa that are starving, they should only have maybe 1 or 2 kids. That's it. They don't need 6 or 7 and then all of them starve a little bit. Just have 1 or 2, focus on them, and that's it. That's all you really need. You can survive without eating for weeks, but you only live 11 days without sleeping. I don't know. I've seen the Adventures of Pete and Pete. I think they stayed up for 11. They didn't die. You can buy an illustrated children's book named Go the Fuck to Sleep. That's highly inappropriate, and I'm actually going to report this on Twitter. I don't like to hear these curse words. Hold on a second here. Okay, report it. There are 3 things our brain will always notice first: food, sex, and danger. If you think about it, that's all there really is besides alcohol. I mean, food, yum, yum, yum. Sex, honk, honk, honk. And danger, uh-oh. So, that's kind of what life is. Laughter increases pain tolerance. Okay, maybe I'll have to pay somebody to come shock me or throw darts at me. Like go play darts with people at the bar at Santisi Brothers. I'll just go there and say, hey, use the metal dart and just hit me. Let's see. And I'll start laughing and hopefully I don't get kicked out. I do know they don't like to fuck around at Santisi Brothers. That's my bar of choice here in Phoenix. If you ever come to Phoenix, don't come now because it's fucking hot. And I think this state's number 1 in skin cancer. So, and it's that way for a reason. So, Santisi Brothers place to go. The strip club of choice, if I ever had the money and permission, is Band-Aids. And there's a few other ones, but, who can afford a strip club every night besides Goofy Bone? Fuck that. Things that keep you up at night: loneliness, cold, heat, hunger, late night texting, memories, overthinking, worries, the internet. Okay. And that's why the doctors made Xanax and beer. I mean, the thing is about beer is if you're going to drink a lot, like me, like, when I start drinking, I don't stop. I drink till I kind of pass out, black out, whatever. And so I was told that drunk sleeping isn't really that great for you. That's what I was told. And ever since I've kind of reared past the age of 26, I've been getting those damn hangovers. And everyone always says, oh yeah, take your multivitamin. Or take a multivitamin before you start drinking, and try to remember to take one during, like, the middle part of your drinking session. So, like, maybe, like, beer 7, drink, or eat a multivitamin, and be sure to drink water. None of that shit works. And you know what the worst thing fucking is? My favorite drink, my favorite hard alcohol drink, which is whiskey. Yeah, if I get drunk with that, I get a 2 damn day long hangover. So it pisses me off. So usually I just stick with vodka if I drink hard alcohols, or I stick to something called Pale Ale. They have a Tornado IPA, and those are usually on sale at Albertsons for usually $13. So I always like to buy those if I ever go out. So, yeah. People who laugh more are better at... What? They just said that. What the fuck is this shit? Not having friends has the same health risk as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Shit. Now, does internet friends count? I really hope that counts, because some of my in real life friends, they don't talk to me anymore ever since my WoW addiction. And I'm stuck working a low-life job that they worked at when they were in high school, so they think it's funny, you know, to go there with their families and point and laugh, have their kids look at me. It's like, you motherfucker. I know where you guys live. I have you on Facebook. You know, I'll just show up at your house with a bad attitude and a dull knife, motherfucker. Try me, bitch. At least I work. I'm not an Obama bot, motherfuckers. Women tend to use silence to express pain. You know she's truly hurt when she chooses to ignore you. Or she's just a dumb bitch and you just say, fuck off. Smiles are contagious. Not really, because oftentimes I'll fart on coworkers and I'll smile, but they won't smile back. They'll actually be really pissed off, and sometimes they'll get a little bit, like, suggestive of violence towards me, and I'm just like, dude, you're like a little Mexican boy. Don't come near me, I'll fuck you up. Understand? So, you know, sometimes that's not always the case, and that sucks. 95% of the time, I don't know is just an excuse given by someone who is avoiding the truth. Maybe. I don't know if... Maybe they just don't know the truth. Or maybe it's just a filler word, as they say. And tobacco is the leading cause of death in America, much more than any other drug or alcohol. Yet it's legal. I guess. Well, who gives a shit? I mean, they've been smoking it for a while. And, isn't it like 8% of smokers die of lung cancer or something like that? I thought that number was pretty low, so maybe there's other things they're dying of. Like it might affect their heart and other areas of the body. And if a cockroach touches a human, it runs to safety and cleans itself. A cockroach runs to safety, I can understand that, but cleaning itself? Why doesn't it clean itself before it touches a frickin' human? It's a dirty little fuck. They're like maggots. 87% of the people find... Oh my shit, that is disgusting. Sorry, that was a picture, and that's good radio. Generally, strangers can become best friends just as easy as best friends can become strangers. Okay, fucking witty as shit there. Naps improve creativity, memory, productivity, and overall attitude. That's true, but in my case, when I take a nap, it fucks up my sleeping schedule, so I might not be able to go to bed that night or just get very little sleep. Studies suggest that people who remain faithful while in relationships live longer than those who would rather cheat? Probably. If you're stuck at home with the same broad, and there's not much difference in your life, you're not out partying and meeting new people, I mean, that's a game in itself. So you're always out and usually drinking, doing, a little bit of blow. I mean, so of course, you're not really doing anything. A new study suggests that marijuana increases positivity and reduces the negativity in emotional processing. Okay. Positivity is a good thing, but long-term potheads usually are retards, and I suggest not being a daily pothead, because most of those people are fucking dumb as shit. Except for Goofy Bone and everyone who's on Goofy Bone's show. But everyone that I know that does pot, and they're addicted to that, they just turn into dummies. And you just want to kick them in the fucking face, because, they just sit there and say, what? Sorry, guys, I had to lower my voice. My mom, she had to come in. She had to... Sorry, my mother. Anyways, people who laugh more... Okay. Sharing a common enemy can bring two individuals closer to one another. That's true. If we've noticed here on Spreaker, a certain enemy, a certain somebody that a lot of people dislike, I think they are a unifying force. Maybe not for good, maybe not for bad, but if you're able to piss that many people off and they unite under a banner of fuck you, fucker, then maybe you're doing something right. Maybe you are here for the good. Depending on who this represents. Because I think there might be a few people that this pertains to. A rule of thumb for satisfying life is to treat everyone as if you're going to die by midnight. No, because you gotta have 1 foot short term, 1 foot long term. What that means is you don't want to blow your money in one day. Because what happens if you wake up the next day broke? You don't have anyone to rely on. It's just you. So it's a bad idea to do that. The one good thing to have is a gun. So buy a gun today if you don't have one. That way, if you do run out of cash, if you need a new car, you need some new IDs, you need a passport, and basically if you want to make all your items at stores free, just get a gun and go to them. And having sex actually boosts self-esteem. I guess, that's probably not what you're thinking at the time. And, I would hate, when I first had sex, if I ever did, I would hate to be laughed at, because I wouldn't know if they're laughing at my belly, or all the hair on my fat belly, or my back pussy, because I got a lot of hair there. So I'm going to be looking for maybe a Brazilian on my back. Not the person. I don't like Brazilian people. I think they're monkeys, and they mean nothing to me. So I mean a wax job on my back. I will not do wax jobs on my genitals, because I've already done test hair removal waxes on my chest, and I do recall seeing some blood, and I started to cry. And even right now, I feel it. I feel what that was, because I was on ecstasy, and I was with this girl, and she said, "Hey, you want to try this out?" And I said, "Sure, whatever you want, baby." And she decided to wax me up in her bedroom, and fucking hurt. And she also did my legs. And ever since then, I've had a Wolverine like appearance in the hair department. I mean, obviously, I'm fat as hell, and so basically, you can call me the Fat Wolverine because of this dumb bitch and her drugged out ideas. And the sad thing was, that bitch, she got pregnant a year later. Never heard from her again. Thank God. Who wants to hear from people like that? You know, fuck that. Infatuation is when you find somebody absolutely perfect. Love is when you realize they aren't. And it doesn't matter. I do have a few infatuations. And I gotta keep them secret. I have a reputation to keep on Spreaker. I don't want people to look at me as, you know, a freak or a creep. I just would prefer my reputation be a 10 out of 10 on everybody's mind. Kind of go along to get along sort of guy. Trying and doing are two different things. When you try, you hope. When you do, you succeed. That is true. Because anyone can try and do an oil change. And it's amazing to see when actually the women are able to do such. I find it very, very, very rare to see that happen. Or change their tires or rotate their tires. These are good things. I know that it doesn't happen often. So, live animals are being sold as key rings in China. Yes. And I was thinking about buying one because it's not a terrible thing. I mean, they're stuck in a key ring, but what else were they going to do, you know? I mean, living in China, I mean, personally, I'd rather live in a key ring in America than as some wild beast in Ching Chang, China. Oh, I mean, who gives a shit? And I wonder what kind of animals those are. I would like to have a seahorse keyring. And I've seen people have animals in their shoes. But the only thing bad about stuff like that is, like, you know, what if you puncture a hole in it and it spills and you're not paying attention, and, you know, you're walking around with a dead animal in your shoe, or it's like, that's disgusting. So, people with sarcastic personalities tend to be more honest and upfront with their friends. Maybe that's their way of adding humor, wit. But sure, what the fuck ever, why not? I mean, people who let their romance blossom for a lengthy period of time are more likely to have a longer relationship. So that basically means, don't be the asshole in there giving it to your significant other for a minute. Strive for 3 minutes. And if she don't like it, get rid of her. Find someone newer. Find that trophy wife, I would say. The human brain reacts to being tickled the same way as if bugs were to be crawling towards you. I find that hard to believe. Being that I am a basement dweller, I do have bugs everywhere down here. And whenever I have a bug, usually they sometimes bite, and that fucking hurts. And you get those little red patches. And I think this is bullshit because I like being tickled. I have 10 different tickle spots on my body. But I don't like fucking bugs crawling on me. Fuck that shit. Who says this? Who's doing this? What? I'm going to have to report this for being full of shit. Because these are two different emotions. Sex can be just as addictive as drugs. That's true. I used to have a masturbation problem. I'd do that at least 10 times a day. And I've slowed down. I just do kind of like around 5 a day. Kind of keeps me in gear, you know. And let's see here. People, blah, 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 blah. Okay. If you get gum stuck in your hair, melt some chocolate and rub it in the gum. It'll come right out. Mayonnaise also works. How about you just don't get gum in your hair? You know, sometimes I'm at a bus stop and I'll sit in gum. And actually what that means is I'll just pull out my balls and show everybody. And hopefully they don't get too mad. So, when you're happy, you enjoy the music. But when you're sad, you understand the lyrics. The fuck? What is this emo shit? I'm not here doing a broadcast, talking about these facts. I mean, this is not a Seattle broadcast network, okay? And your age does not define your maturity. Your grades don't define your intellect. And rumors don't define who you are. Bullshit. Your age definitely reflects your maturity. Your grades do, because it's a learned sort of thing. And rumors are all based on some hint of truth. So if there's a lot of rumors about you, it's because most of them are true. Hello? Okay, 15 minutes of laughter equals the benefit of 2 hours sleep. Maybe. I don't know. I do a lot of meth, so I'm not sure what 2 hours of sleep actually is. 10 out of 10 people die and don't take life seriously. I don't think I'm going to die. I hope I don't die. I hope I stay here and bother you guys for life. I hope instead of dying, I just become, kind of like the Walking Dead, but not dead. I want to be the Walking Living sort of thing. Saying I'm tired when you're actually just depressed and upset. Okay. Whatever the fuck that means. Alarm clocks don't necessarily wake you up. They startle you, causing a deep panic that interrupts your sleep state. And it's not healthy. I agree. But it's one way to wake you up. I'm not one of those assholes that can just wake up on demand. Some people I know can. Anyways, it's getting near an end to this shit show. And I appreciate you guys stopping by here. I'll go ahead and end the show with a good song here. And I thank you guys for stopping by.